All right, time for a pretty easy, straightforward project, I think. I've got some new spark plug wires to install, and the reason I'm replacing them, our current spark plug wires seem to be working okay, but looking at the maintenance history on the coach, they were replaced about 10 years ago. And a year or two ago in the winter, we got a bunch of mouse chews on especially this side of the boots, and they're still working. You know, they didn't tear all the way through or they didn't chew all the way through the boot or anything. But I just, am worried about at some point that's going to short out or cause a problem. And then just with the age, I think it's time to replace them. We replaced the spark plug wires, or the spark plugs themselves, not too long ago. I've got a video for that. I think it was done maybe 2 years ago, but probably just 3,000 miles or so ago. So I got these spark plug wires, which I think are, well, pretty much the best ones I could find for the GMC. I'm sure there's lots of different sources at auto parts stores and online and things, but I like these ones. These are the style that we have today on the coach. They're made by Springfield Ignition, and we bought these from Applied GMC, but you can also get them directly from the Springfield Ignition guy. I have his info here. I'll put a link in the video, but it's Dick Patterson, and I think he's a GMC person. I've seen his name come up in some other places. He does ignition things. I think he also does quadrajet carburetor things. But the spark plug wires look really good. So they are, of course, the right lengths for the engine. They have very nice numbering on them. So each one has a very obvious, nice big number on the wire itself. They are pretty heavy duty silicone wires here. I think it was an 8mm wire. The boots and things are, I think, rated at 550 degrees. There's this kind of fiberglass insulation thing on here that is where it goes past the exhaust manifold. I think these are rated at 1200 degrees. Really nice, glued and heat shrinked, and I like the overall quality and design of the wires. And I like to support people who do things for the GMC Motorhome. So I would highly recommend these. My last ones, other than the mice eating on them, have lasted 10 years and still seem to be working fine. But I think it's time for an upgrade, just a basic maintenance type thing. So that's the plan for today. We'll take these off. I'm going to get somewhere here. I've got a little bit of my tune-up dielectric grease, so I'll put just a little bit of this on the cap terminals for the distributor, and then on the spark plug wires. In the notes that came with this, I think they said that there's some lubrication inside the boot itself where it goes down over the porcelain of the spark plug. So that should help avoid that from seizing up. I think you can put a little bit of dielectric grease on that also, just to help them from kind of sticking to the porcelain and being hard to get off. But yeah, other than that, should be a quick job today. Okay, we've got the new wires all installed, and I did them just one at a time because I wanted to make sure I didn't mix anything up. They are all numbered, and I have a list of what their positions are, but I think it's just good practice with wiring things. Do one at a time if you can. One thing I wanted to be really careful about, and I checked a couple of times, was that they were snapping on to each of the spark plugs and here. So these have nice stainless steel connectors in them, so you get a nice snap as they pop onto the distributor cap or the contact on the spark plug. And so did that. The wires were running underneath these heater hoses and along the valve cover. I kind of like to avoid having the spark plug wires run right next to metal, just because it could possibly burn through or start to arc. So tried to put little spacers around things that could cause some arcing. Following the instructions, I tried to make sure that 5 and 7 are separated and don't run too close together. But overall, yeah, I think it turned out good. We just started up, ran good, ran smooth, so no problems there. I think I may end up saving these as just spares in case I need them. They were definitely showing a little wear, so you can see places where they've been, they've kind of started to form to the shape because of heat cycling and stuff. The silicone's still flexible, and they were obviously still working fine. There's some other things like these are fraying a little bit, right? Probably some mouse chewing or something that happened there. Some of these connections where it had been glued and heat shrinked, right? Probably just a little shrinkage or something that's happened over time with heat and things. But considering they're 10 years old, I feel like they're in really good shape and have served us well, and I have no doubt the new ones will serve us well too.